everyone, and welcome back to the Hexagon Challenge here on Shaun Does FM. I hope you are doing well. Today it is the Champions League second round here in Asia, and we're taking on Australia's Macarthur FC, and we're going to be playing both legs. So if you're looking forward to that, remember to go down below, leave a thumbs up on the video, and if you're new around here or haven't done so already, also consider hitting that subscribe button and turning that notification bell on as well. It is greatly appreciated and helps with the YouTube algorithm stuff. So we'll go to the schedule to show you guys what we've done since yesterday's episode where we took on Sunfleece Hiroshima, a game that wasn't necessarily must win, but we at least had to avoid a loss in it to make sure that we did qualify top of our group, and we did the job with a 5-2 win at home against the Japanese side, getting revenge from the first half of the group stage. If you missed that episode, I will leave a link in the top right corner for you. Off the back of that, 2 Super League games here in China. We kept up a good little recent run of form since the start of April with 2 wins in these games, and they were against decent teams as well, so that is good to see. First off, we took on the Kangzhou Mighty Lions, a great team name, at home. Both of these games being at home, we've got a nice little home run prior to today's game, and we picked up a 3-1 win against a team who were as high as 4th from memory, so a good result for us here. We got off to a good start here. The 3rd minute, a free kick, and Oceania with a wonderful curler, able to get that past Lai in goal for Changzhou. We were 1-0 up early, and then Anderson with a run on his own in the 11th minute. A bit of fortune to get the ball back there after he tried to lay it off, but he puts in the back of the net to make it 2-0 at the 12-minute mark. And we got our 3rd goal at the 21-minute mark. Anderson on the ball again. This time plays the ball nicely across goal, and Tian was able to bury that away in the bottom left corner for us to make it 3-0. We conceded one late, but by this stage, the game was well and truly wrapped up. A little bit frustrating that they were given so much space up front. Again, that's how we've been conceding a few of our goals here at Beijing Guoan, but on the whole, a really good performance from our boys there and kept a good little run of form going for us. And a few days prior to this game, we put out a heavily rotated team trying to keep the boys fresh for these games against Macarthur. We took on Wuhan Zul, who are in a similar type of position to Kangzhou, and we were able to pick up a 2-1 win. All the action coming late in this game with a quarter of an hour to go. Tian was making his way down the left-hand side, just able to find Chen with a nice ball there. He buries it in the bottom right corner to put us 1-0 up. Unfortunately, 1 minute later, it was Wuhan Zul who equalised. Li Mingji on the edge of the box just fires one. It's saved by Liang, but the rebound put away from Andrade. But then we were given a penalty in the 82nd minute. Oceania, who came on off the bench to go up front for us, was able to put that away, getting back on track penalty-wise because he's missed his last few for us. And we pick up a 2-1 win there. Stat-wise, just deserving it. Not our most dominant performance by any means, but for our rotation team, we will take those points all day long. So what that means for the Super League table, it's not a competition we've been showing you guys on camera as of yet, but it does mean that a third of the way through the season for most teams, with there being 30 games in this league. We still have a game in hand. We're 7 points behind Heibi China Fortune on top, but we can make up ground significantly on Guangzhou if we win our game in hand, because they are 4 points in front of us. Hopefully 3 with that game in hand, we can get that back down to a 4-point gap to the top and 1 point behind Guangzhou, and we might even be able to do that in between the games that we show you guys today. We'll come back in between them and show you highlights of a game we play against Guangzhou, who are down in 14th. But we're in a pretty good position if we make the most of that game in hand, considering how heavy our continental football load has been so far this season. If we can stick among these top 3 teams, then I think we should be in a decent fight for the title come the second half of the season. But on the whole, things are going really well here all of a sudden at Beijing Guoan. A couple of months ago, we were looking a bit iffy. A couple of losses in the Champions League didn't help, but now we've gotten out of our group into the second round. That's helped, and our form in the league has subsequently got a lot better as well. So it's looking good going into today's double-legged second round tie in these Champions League knockouts here in Asia. But before we crack into today's games, we've had some players called up for the Euros of 2032. Yep, we're that far into the save now. They begin in about a month. Now in the provisional squad, we've got 2 players in the Sweden squad, so that's going to be our team for this upcoming Euros here in game. Anderson and Svanberg have both been called up. They might not make it into the squad that actually goes to the tournament, but that's something we might have to bear in mind, especially with the mid-season transfer window coming up in a couple of months, with those two players being foreigners, that could open some spots up if Sweden have a good run in that tournament. You wouldn't expect them to go extremely deep, but it's something that we have to keep in mind anyway. We could be losing two players to the Euros, so that's something to keep in mind going forward here at Beijing Guoan. But our opponents today are Macarthur FC. Two leagues, as I said, we'll play them both today. Currently sitting 10th in the A-League, so they're not doing that well. They're a club who we probably should be beating. Only just snuck out of their group, one of the best placed second teams, but from a group that had 3 teams go through of the 4, so it was an interesting situation. They're behind some pretty so-so clubs in the A-League, if I have to say so myself. Central Coast, who we pipped in our group, are up in 4th, so based on that, there should be a tie that we do win. Hopefully we can get it done a bit more comfortably than we made it in the group stage against a team who, as you can see, form-wise, really struggling domestically. So hopefully we can keep on piling the misery on these guys and make our way through to the quarterfinals. But that covers off all the admin before this first leg. As you can see, we've got no injuries, just the unregistered players that you've known about for quite a while now. So all looking good for us, and we'll crack on with this first leg at Campbelltown in Australia of this Champions League second round knockout tie. So here is the Macarthur FC team. You can see that they are playing a 4-2-3-1, so somewhat similar to what we're doing. No names there that I recognise. A team who, as we said, are not as good as Central Coast based on what we've seen. We're with our usual 11, exactly the lineup that you're used to by now. As I said, no injuries. We go into this one at full strength, and a team who we should be beating, albeit this away league could be interesting. When we were at PSG, this was actually something that we did struggle with in knockout ties. Not so much struggle, we still got results done, but we were definitely held tight a lot more away from home than we were at home, as we have an early shot there through Anderson, but it's well wide, and it remains 0-0 as we're kicking off playing left to right. 12 minutes gone here in Macarthur FC with a throw-in, but Hay is able to head that away. I do know now that the Chinese names, you just say the first name, so we're going to do that now. It probably saves me a bit of time. Just noticed it on a team sheet recently, and that I should be doing that anyway. So the ball goes out to Fan as we look to get another attack going here in the 13th minute, but just something to bear in mind as I pronounce these names from now on. But Fan up to Wang. He gets tripped up there, but we do keep possession. Joe Willock was trying to get the ball in, our hate away. Oristanio ball over the top, finds Willock, just keeping this inside the byline. Back for Kang Jung Min, our Korean right back, puts the ball in. Anderson heads that down for Oristanio. That is a great bit of play from us, and we go 1-0 up after 13 minutes. Some really good play from us here. Nice header down from Anderson to Oristanio, and he's right place, right time. A thunderous shot into the top right-hand side of goal, and we're 1-0 up early, get an away goal. King with the ball. Anderson, as I said, that nice header, and Oristanio just thumps that into the top right corner, and we're 1-0 up just inside quarter of an hour. 19 minutes gone here, and it's a throw-in to us this time to start the highlight, and Willock is on the ball, loses possession briefly. They do clear at Central Coast, and Vargas is able to get on the end of that, so they've got a chance here, albeit Hay with a good clearance there, but they are back on the ball, are the Central Coast, although they give it to Wei. Now we get the ball up to Wang, so he might be looking for a counter-attacking chance to make it 2-0. Early doors, Willock just inside the box. What can he do? Puts the ball across. It's cleared away by Williams for the Central Coast, but Diakabe on the ball, driving forward, our centre-back. Nice ball, picks out Anderson. Oristanio on the rebound, and we go 2-0 up. That's really good stuff from Oristanio. Early doors, Anderson with a shot was blocked, and Oristanio yet again with a first-time strike, and it's another wonderful one into the bottom left corner. It was Diakabe who fizzes one across for Anderson, our centre-back. His shot blocked, but then that rebound, first-time strike, low and hard into the left-hand side of goal, and it's 2-0 after 22 minutes. And it is now Central Coast on the ball not long after we scored that second, but we do get possession back and look to really put our foot down in this game early. Nice ball for Anderson. That's a really good save there from Fife, though, and it does remain 2-0 for now. We will see this corner as Oristanio tries to put his footprints over this game even more. Solo with the header. It's high and wide, and it does still stay at 2-0. And that is half time here at Campbelltown. We're 2-0 up, 2 away goals, so a really good first half from us. And stat-wise, we deserve it based on what we've seen. Macarthur did have some late chances. I hope I wasn't calling them Central Coast too much in that first half. If I remember that, used to playing Central Coast from our Champions League group. But Macarthur did have some shots late on in that half, but nothing too threatening. And ours were pretty good. A double to Oristanio, and we're 2-0 up at the end of the first half here in this first leg of this Champions League second round, and it's going well. 2 away goals. Hopefully we can keep this up in the second half. Early thrown for us here in the second half. We get the ball to Willock. He puts a ball and it's cleared away by a Macarthur player. And they do look to clear after we do get a head to it, but it falls to Muller. It's a poor clearance. And we are back on the ball, albeit we look to build from the back and build on this 2-0 lead from the first half, going very well from us. Nice ball there for Wang. And just like that, we're 3-0 up. Anderson with another assist. I think he's been involved in all 3 goals. We've got now a block shot for the last goal, and now he slots Wang through nicely there. Diakabe to Soleil. He is able to find Anderson. Spots this run of Wang quite early. He's got too much pace for the Macarthur defence. The goalkeeper comes out, ends up in no man's land, slots it away on the left-hand side of goal, and it's 3-0 after 46 minutes. 48 minutes gone, and Macarthur looking to get back in this game with a throw in a good area of the pitch. Zane puts a ball across. It's headed down. Obeng gets a shot off, and just like that, they are somewhat back in this. Macarthur FC. It was a bit soft from us, I have to say. He sort of had a bit of time on the ball at the back post there. Did Obeng. Zane puts the ball in. It's headed down by Shaun, and Obeng has a bit of time. No one really closes him down. He beats the goalkeeper at the near post too. So a little bit frustrating, but it's 3-1. Okay, 59 minutes gone here, and we're going to make some subs. Oceania is on a yellow heart, so we'll take him off, and we'll also bring Du on for fun, as he's just picked up a yellow card as well. In terms of a player to come on for Oceania, we'll switch way with him and bring Zhuang on for Oceania. He can go in the advanced playmaker role, and I think Wei will do a good job in the box-to-box for us. So we'll make those 2 changes and carry on in the second half. 3-1 up at the hour mark. Okay, 71 minutes gone here, and we're going to make our third change. Joe Willock only going okay and is on a yellow heart, so we'll take him off on a 6.6 rating. And for him, one of our best reserves left is Chen. So I think we'll make that change. It will be our last, but it's still looking pretty good for us. 3-1 up at the 70-minute mark. Okay, just after that sub, we are on the ball, and it is Chen making his way down the right-hand side. Was just cutting inside for a moment, but holds the ball up, gets the ball taken off him. But Jungmin able to keep possession for us, and now it's Hay to Wei. Anderson puts Wang on. Anderson, he buries that in the bottom right corner. Finally gets the goal today, does Anderson. He's been involved in all 4 of our goals. Don't forget too many assists apart from that goal for Wang at the start of the second half, but he's been involved in everything today. Here's our Swedish left winger. Tries to play Wang through, but he receives the ball back, and it's a really nice finish into the bottom right corner. And just like that, 4-1 in the away league with just over a quarter of an hour to go. 93 minutes gone here. We've only got 1 more of added time here, and it's looking pretty good for us. 4-1 in this away league as we hold possession in the final third. Nice spot. We might even have a crack at a 5th. Anderson tries to get a shot away, but it is blocked. But on the whole, we've looked pretty good today. We've conceded a bit of a soft goal, which is a little bit frustrating, but can't complain too much when you score 4 away. And there's a chance for Chen. It's a good save there from the goalkeeper, keeping it at 4-1. So we're creating chances late here, and we will have a corner, which Wei will put into the mixer. Can we get a head to it? We do, but that's a good save from Fife. Yet again, he tries to get this to the edge of the box, and the full-time whistle is blown. We're 4-1 up after the away leg, and that's a really good result for us against the Australians, Macarthur FC. You can see stat-wise, we really did dominate that game. Just outperformed our XG, as did they. So on the whole, about what you'd expect given the flow of the game. But we'll come back shortly with highlights from the Super League game against Guangzhou R and F, and then we'll crack into the second leg with a nice 4-1 lead to go into that home game. Right, so before we get into the second leg of that Champions League second round tie against Macarthur with that good 4-1 lead, after the first leg, we did play Guangzhou in between these games, and we got the opener in the 22nd minute here. Fu playing right back for us, puts the ball across, and Tian, the young left winger, gets his head to it. He's been quite good with headed goals so far this season and made it 1-0. That was a score at halftime. Unfortunately, Guangzhou equalised in the 53rd minute for a penalty, but not long after that, we did get back in front. We brought Orlestano on off the bench, and he slotted away nicely. There is our Italian who was playing up front for us off the bench to make it 2-1. And then in the last couple of minutes, Tian was able to pick up his double. Nice ball there from Wei, who also came off the bench, bottom left corner. So a good performance there from the young left winger, and we pick up a very important 3-1 win, still keeping pace with the leaders while also having that game in hand on them. So a good performance in the end, a bit of first team quality impact in that second half, but all's well that ends well, and we put out a generally good performance for a pretty heavily rotated team. So how the table looks, we've still got that game in hand, and it's pretty much in a similar position to what it was, albeit Guangzhou only pick up a draw in their game in hand on us. So we're now only 2 points behind them, but still 7 points behind KB China Fortune. So looking pretty similar to how it was at the start of the episode, but we've closed the gap on second. So still in a pretty nice spot to be challenging for the title here this season, albeit still fairly early days, but we have now got through a third of our season anyway. And the final squads for Euro 2032 have been confirmed, and indeed we are going to be missing one player because of it, and it is Svanberg. So out of the two that they could have picked, Anderson and Svanberg, they've probably picked the one who we're going to miss the least, because Anderson, of course, is registered for the Champions League, while Svanberg isn't and is more of a second team player due to the rules here in China. So that probably doesn't hurt us too much, and we might not need to be looking for a replacement for him because of that. Should be okay just to deal with life without him with the players we've already got in this squad. So on the whole, looking pretty good for us, but we do still have a player at the Euros, Svanberg, for Sweden. So we're definitely still Team Sweden. They are in Group E, which is consisting of Germany, Russia, and Spain alongside Sweden. So they might struggle to get out of that group, but we'll see what happens. Hopefully they have a decent run there, and we can at least drive his price up, because he is a player I'm not against selling, even though he is quite a good player there. You can see the past winners. They might have got 2021 slightly wrong. 2024 Belgium, 2028 England again, but Football Manager can't always get it right, can they? But we'll get into the second leg with a nice 4-1 lead in the rain at home, it looks like, and no more injuries for either team by the look of it since the first leg. So we should be seeing some pretty similar teams as we get ready to try and make our way through to the quarterfinals of the Champions League here in Asia. So we are the home team for this game. Same exact squad as we put out in that first league where we picked up a nice 4-1 win. Macarthur FC, from what we can tell, looking pretty similar as well. So hopefully with minimal changes to either squad, we can pick up a good result here. We are again in the green and Macarthur in the white and black, and we will be kicking off playing right to left with that very nice 4-1 lead. We can get an early goal here, then the battle is fully on for Macarthur, but we're in a good position kicking off the second leg. 5 minutes gone, and we have an early corner which Oceania is going to put into the mixer. We don't get ahead to it, but Hay is in a really nice position to tidy that up for us without a lot of pressure when he got the ball. He passes that back to Fanyanan, and now it's up to Diakabo and look to go full through Way. Willock now finds Wang. Here's a shot. Anderson a nice space. He tries to chip the keeper, but he reads it well, does Fife, and it remains 0-0 for now. 13 minutes gone, and we did have the ball. Anderson trying to find Wang. Macarthur FC do nip it in the bud, but we're back in possession. Nice ball there for Willock for Wang. Tries to put it away near post, but a good save from Fife, and he was onside, so it would have stood. Good save there from the Macarthur FC goalkeeper. We have a corner. Oristanio Sole gets his head to it. It's high and wide though, and it remains 0 after 14 minutes. 40 minutes gone, we have another corner, a game that we're dominating, but not enough shots on target to date. Headed away to Wang is the ball, and now it's Way on the edge of the box. Back to Wang, pole driver, and it gets through the hands of Fife. That's a little bit sloppy from the Macarthur FC goalkeeper, but finally we get a shot on target. Not too many of those from us, despite our dominance in this game to date, and we go 1-0 up, and just before half-time, it's 5-1 on aggregate. Wang back to Wang again, and Fife tries to hold on to that, but ends up pairing it into the left-hand corner. And it's 1-0 after 42 minutes. And that is half-time. We got a few more shots on target in the second part of that first half. You can see matching our XG in the end, but a game that we have dominated so far in this league anyway, and in the overall tie, it has to be said. 5-1 up, 1-0 on the day. We've got a few players on yellow hearts who will look to take off at half-time, because I feel like we've got this fairly well under control, but things going well for us. Macarthur FC not doing much for a team that need to get back into this tie. And it's looking pretty good for us 3/4 of the way through this second round tie in the Asian Champions League. So as we see some halftime changes, you can see both Hay and Way are on yellow hearts, and we don't need to be risking anyone with the game looking fairly safe, especially the way Macarthur going in the second leg. So we'll make some changes. I think what we're going to do is bring Zheng and Zhuang on for those two. Zheng for Hay as he can play defensive midfielder. Zhuang for Wei as he can play a bit further forward, not a defensive midfielder. Those will be our two changes. We'll get going in the second half. 1-0 up on the day, 5-1 on aggregate. Early highlight in the second half, and we do have a throw-in. Fan finds Anderson, just keeps possession for us, puts a ball in, or at least attempts to, but it is blocked. But Fan Yanan will tidy things up for us, not in a hurry, but we're okay with that in a very strong position. And with Macarthur FC not up to much in the second leg to date, we can just hold on to this and look to play the rest of this tie out. But we press forward, looking for another goal. Zhuang just holding the ball up in the midfield, back to Diakabe, out to Willock, and we now look to make the most of some space down this right-hand side. Zhuang, back to Diakabe, back to Zhuang, and we might look to make the most of the right-hand side. Finally, the ball's played out to Kang Young Min in some space. Zhuang finds Oceania, has a shot, it's blocked. Anderson, another shot blocked. We're having a lot of chances here, and then Wang with another shot goes out for a corner. Some good chances in a good area for us there, but it does remain 1-0 in the second leg. We now have a corner. Oceania puts in the mixer. It is headed away by Macarthur, and it will remain 1-0 for now. Fan plays one forward for Anderson, so he might still have another chance here early in the second half. Zhuang from the edge of the box. Oceania with a long shot forces a save out of Fife, and we will have another corner. So some good sustained early pressure in the second half from us here, looking to keep the foot down on Macarthur. We put the corner in, it's headed, it's cleared away from them, and it remains 1-0. 53 minutes gone here, and Anderson is on the yellow half. I feel like it's worthwhile giving him a bit of a break. He's had a heavy workload of late, and especially with his countryman Svanberg about to go on international duty as well. So we'll take him off. We'll bring Tian on for him, seeing as he's been so good for us when playing for the rotation, the young left winger from China. So we'll make that change. Our last sub for this Champions League second round knockout tie, but we're still 1-0 up after 55 minutes. 61 minutes gone here, and we have a free kick. Oceania puts in the mixer, headed away from the central coast. One! Oh my God, what a strike! Zhuang has hit one with a kind of scissor kung fu kick. That is some strike. Oceania puts this in, headed back away. What a strike from Zhuang. That's up there for goal of the series. And just like that, it's 2-0 after an hour. What a goal. 69 minutes gone here, a.k.a. Mrs. Grealish on the back of his shirt for some reason. And it is us now on the ball after Macarthur FC clear it away. Still going over that goal from Zhuang. That was a heck of a strike. First time finish. But we look to make it free. 6-1 on aggregate. We're in a really good position here. Just looking to close this game out. Maybe get a few more goals. Willock, a nice space. And buries that top left corner. Really good play. Tian gets an assist off the bench. Willock given far too much room. Pretty much in the center of the box as well. So not too sure how he was left so open there. Tian just making his way forward. Cuts inside slightly. Good ball to pick out Willock. They are all attracted to Wang. It's a really nice finish into the top left corner. 3-0 and 7-1 on aggregate after 70 minutes of the second leg. 78 minutes gone, and it is a goal kick to Macarthur FC. Fife boots it long, but we should be getting ahead to that, and we do through Sole, and Tian picks it up again, and we look to go forward down the left-hand side. Already has an assistance coming off. Finds Wang. He's going to have another crack at it. Ooh, that would have been naughty, a second one, but that one's high and wide. It's still 3-0. 81 gone here. Macarthur FC with a free kick. It's a little bit left and a little bit long, but they do tie things up through Gardner. Makes his way past the defence. It is headed away from one of our players, but Guoan ties that up for Macarthur, and they now look to get an attack going for one of the first times in this game, but that's a poor pass. Zheng to Wang. He holds the ball up. It's Wang out to Willock, and we look to get a counter-attack going here to make it 4-0 on the night, 8-1 on aggregate. Just inside the box, cross block, puts one back in. It falls pretty scrappily. We will get possession back here, though, through Soleil, but Macarthur FC starting to try and get back into this game, but it's far too late now, although we are on the attack again. Willock on the edge of the box, looks to put a ball across, finds Tian, and a good save there from Fife, looking to get a goal as well as an assistance coming off the bench, but it remains 3-0 as we get closer to full time. 92 minutes gone. It is a corner to Macarthur. They take it out to the edge of the box. Vargas might get a shot off, puts a cross, and we hit it away, and that is that, a very comfortable 7-1 win on aggregate and 3-0 on the day. A wonderful goal, the second one there from Zhuang from the edge of the box. karate kick into the top left corner, surrounded by goals to Wang and Willock. A really good performance from us in both legs, 4-1 in the first, of course, and 3-0 in the second. Macarthur FC not offering much at all in that second leg, which for them will be disappointing, but on the whole, a very comfortable win for us. And now we will see who else has made their way to the quarterfinals of the Champions League in Asia. So a really good result for us there to see us go into these quarterfinals of the Asian Champions League. And here are the other results just above our Shanghai Port doing a similarly good job against Japan's Kawasaki Frontale, a team who also came out of the same group as Macarthur FC as a third place team, I think. So I suppose you would have expected that 8 on aggregate for them, so a good result. There, Al Nassr have beaten Al Ali in an all Saudi Arabian tie in the top half of the draw, and Al Sadd, a team who have won this competition in the past, have also got past Al Shabab, so the Qatarian team makes their way through. A team from the UAE will also be in the quarterfinal. Shabab Al Ali have just snuck past Tishreen from Syria. Jeonbuk beat Ulsan Hyundai in the Battle of the Hyundais in Korea. So Jeonbuk, the team who we turned down for a job in favour in Beijing, that could be a team who we meet in the next round. That would be a very tasty tie. The defending champions at Yokohama Marinos have been defeated by Shandong Luneng on away goals 2-2. So all the Chinese teams are still in this. And then up to the top half of the draw again. And Al Duhail from Qatar have defeated Al Hilal of Saudi Arabia. So those are the teams going through to the quarterfinals. I'm not too sure how the draw works, if they keep it top half and bottom half like they have so far till the final, or if it starts to merge a bit sooner than that. But based on what we've seen so far, we could be playing a Chinese team or Jeonbuk. But if they do merge it soon, hopefully we'll get to play one of these teams from a managerless country, because that would probably be easier for us. But if it's not, it might be a bigger battle actually making our way to the final than it would be to win it, somewhat like it was for us when we were in Oceania. But in terms of when the quarterfinal actually is, if we look at the rules, you can see it's a big old line between the second round and the quarterfinals. There's a reason for that. The quarterfinal is not until late August, so we've actually got a really big chunk of time to get through before we make our way to the quarterfinal. 3 months exactly. So we'll be able to focus on the league and the domestic competitions up until then. So it will give us a bit of a chance to hopefully go top of the league and just focus on that. So in terms of when we're actually going to come back for our next episode, that makes things a little bit interesting with no Champions League football for 3 months, more or less. We look at the Super League coming up. We've got not much happening late this month or in June. We've got the FA Super Cup quarter-final against Guangzhou. It's a game that we should really be winning. In terms of how the table's looking, I feel like it might turn into a 3-horse race between us, Guangzhou, and Haibi China Fortune. If we keep going down, you can see there's that Champions League quarter-final first leg. So I think what we're going to do is come back at some stage in July, because that also doubles as the transfer window, the mid-season one for us here in China anyway. So that looks like a good game to come back for the home game against Guangzhou. We did beat these guys earlier in the season. I think that was when we were rotating the team around the group stages of the Champions League. So with our attention firmly on the league at that stage, hopefully we can get a similar, if not better, result. We'll scroll up just to show you guys what I'm talking about. And we beat them 4-1 prior to that loss to Sanfrecce Hiroshima. So that was around when we were struggling in the Champions League a bit. Our form of late has been really good. You look at it for the month of May now, and it's a bunch of green dots. So we're certainly trending in the right direction and enjoying our time here a little bit more than we were at the start. But that is to be expected when you're doing a journeyman and job hopping like we have been at the moment. But I'm pretty sure we'll be coming back for the Guangzhou game in the next episode, albeit it is a fair way away. So I'll try and get it out tomorrow, but we'll see what we can do with that. And from there, it's not too much of a gap until the Haibi China Fortune game and then the Champions League quarterfinals. But we'll try and run through this patch of non-Champions League action as quick as we can. But I think that will do for today's episode, and I'll also show you guys at the start of tomorrow's episode as well who we get in the Champions League quarterfinals. No idea as of yet, but could be a tasty tie. It's fair to say, especially if they keep the top and bottom half draw thing going, as if it is against the bottom half teams in our region, then it's going to be one of our fellow Chinese Super League clubs or the team that we turned down and Jeonbuk Hyundai Motors from Korea. And that could be a very tasty tie to see which club I should have joined, and if it is that one or this one. But if you did enjoy today's episode, a really strong 7-1 aggregate win over Macarthur FC, then please remember to go down below, leave a thumbs up on the video, and if you're new around here and haven't done so already, also hit that subscribe button and turn that notification bell on as well. But until the next episode against Guangzhou Evergrande, thank you very much for watching. Keep on keeping on, and I'll see you then. Cheers.